First patch is Captain America. Steve will undergo some adjustments to his survivability, leading to a slight decrease in his overall resilience, meaning his base health has gone down to 650 from 675, and now his shield has reduced the shield value of Living Legend from 400 to 350. I don't get it. Oh,
What?
okay. They're okay. I get it. I thought they were saying like they were gonna buff and nerf him. Never mind. I
No, no,
get it.
no. They're just reducing him. They're
They're
nerfing him.
adjusting. Yeah, yeah. The adjustment was that they're nerfing him. Yeah, got you. Small numbers, cool. Doctor Strange, the Sorcerer Supreme, will see a reduction in his offensive capabilities, limiting his battlefield control. Decrease his damage on his primary fire by 2 from 18 to 6. Okay, interesting. Reduce his AoE dark magic ability damage from 1.3 to 1.2 on the conversion ratio. Interesting. So Doctor Strange won't be much of a threat anymore in a 1v1.
Oh
He'll still be able
shit.
to get kills, but he's not much of a threat anymore. Cap survivability went slightly down just in case. That's a good change. I like those changes so far.
I like
Good.
this
Fuck
next change.
Strange. Bruce Banner, aka Hulk. The Green Goliath will boast enhanced maneuverability and improve survivability upon entering combat. Increase base movement speed from 600 to 650. Okay, slight change, good one. You'll definitely feel that difference.
Oh yeah.
Reduce
I think he'll be the
reduce the
only character in the
cooldown
game
time.
with the faster movement speed, but like base movement speed.
I know Black Panther and Wolverine move 7 meters per second. So that might be 700, I guess.
No, somebody did a test. Everybody in the game, even flying characters, move the same fucking speed.
Not yet, but I've been working on my Wolverine guide video, and the wiki video shows, wiki page shows, it says Wolverine and Black Panther are the only duelists with the 7 meters, and everyone else is 6.
Oh, okay.
Him and Thor. Fuck, Strange and Thor. I'm dead. Some of the characters definitely move faster. Yeah, Black Panther and Wolverine specifically move 7 meters per second in duelists. At least that's what the wiki page shows. Anyways, going over Bruce's last change, or last 2 changes, reduce the cooldown time for his shield from 12 seconds to 10, so a 2-second difference. Decrease the minimum charge time for his leap from 0.7 to 0.5. Jesus Christ, this motherfucker's gonna be hopping.
I know.
Well, we're gonna definitely see more Hulks with Namor. That's gonna be interesting.
Yes.
Magneto. The Master of Magnetism will experience a slight decrease in the frequency of his ultimate ability. Okay, good change. 3100 to 3400. Nice slight
Just a
change.
bit harder to get his ult.
Penny Parker. Penny will receive enhancements to her primary attack damage efficiency.
Oh,
That's cool. And a boost to her survivability and combat capabilities. Cool, let me see. Cyberweb Cluster now has a chance to crit. So her primary fire could crit, but it's a chance to crit. Reduce movement speed penalty while firing is down to 20 instead of 40%. Oh yeah, she's gonna be annoying. And I know a Penny
bruh.
Parker main that tells me they like to play her as a DPS main. My boy, he was like, "Oh, I play Penny like a DPS, bro. Niggas be sleeping." And he's GM, so it works. And they just buffed his playstyle. And then her health was increased from 650 to 750. Jesus Christ, 100 extra health. Thank you.
Right.
Sincerely, as a Wolverine main, I appreciate the extra 100 health. That's gonna feel great. Yeah, those are some good Penny Parker buffs. This is great. That's gonna be interesting to see how she plays. I'm probably gonna play her more. It'll be fun. The Thing. The ever-loving blue-eyed Thing will see a slight reduction in his damage reduction effect. Decrease embattled leap's damage reduction effect for himself and teammates from 30% to 25%. Okay, good change. I like that. We got Thor. The mighty Thor will receive an increase in his survivability. Okay, so his base health went up to 600. That's 75 more health. His movement speed went up by 50, so 6.5 meters per second, I assume, if that's how the math works. Black Widow. All right, so that's everything for the tanks. Every single tank got touched, but Groot, Venom. I think that's it. Those are the only 2 tanks that didn't get touched. And Thor? No, Thor did get touched. Yes, Groot and Venom did not get touched this patch. Groot,
Yeah, that's
Venom.
it.
Yep. Yeah, that's it. Everybody else got touched. Interesting. So they like where Groot and Venom's at. They're in a good spot. Yeah, they just buffed them to where they're at. It wouldn't make any sense to immediately revert or
Right.
nerf anything. Just they're in a good spot. Just buff everybody else. Makes sense. Moving on to the duelist of the game, we're starting off with Black Widow. Here we go, because they said they were going to buff her. Natasha is receiving optimizations to her shooting experience. Interesting way to describe it. Added a new effect. Oh, here we go. Where Black Widow can directly shoot after releasing the second kick of her Edge Dancer and after using her ultimate ability. Okay, so basically what they're saying is after Black Widow hooks you and kicks you after the hook. So I'll go ahead and show you guys in the ability page. You know, that's what I'll do while I can, since we don't have OBS set up. But what they're basically explaining is this move right here. You can now immediately shoot as soon as you get it off. That's gonna be, so that means, oh shit, that means her combo is dead gonna be kick, shoot, grapple hook, shoot. Like that's, yup, look, shoot right there, then grapple hook, then another shot. Yup, she's gonna be sick. Oh damn, that's gonna be sick. Anybody who's already good at her, they're gonna like that change. That's gonna be sick. I can already see that. That's gonna look clean. Like I don't even like Black Widow, but just seeing it, I know that's gonna look clean. That's definitely gonna look clean. Anyone who gets good at that, oh yeah, she's gonna be annoying. There's already been a couple of Black Widows in this high elo sneaking up on me. Okay then, I like that change. Good change. It's gonna be clean. She's not gonna be broken or anything. Just nice quality of life, but not really because she's going to do more damage overall. Moving on, we got the next sniper in the game, Hawkeye. Wow, so they're already touching him after buffing him. We're improving Clint's mobility while drawing his bow, enhancing his combat capabilities, and increasing the threat of his ultimate. Okay, that makes sense. I like the way to describe that. That was perfect, because there's a lot of changes here. It's not just one. Starting off with reduce the slow effect while charging the bow from 30% to 20%. Cool. Increase both instances of damage for his hypersonic arrow. That's the arrow that destroys environments from 50 to 55. Okay, that's cool, I guess. Decrease the energy cost for Hunter's Sights, his ultimate ability, from 3,700 to 3,100. And improve the bow draw and speed increase from 1.35 to 1.5 times. Oh,
And
yeah.
that's something that I would feel,
Oh,
yo.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hopping back on the Hawkeye
fun.
ideals.
Yeah, he's going to be fun. On my Xbox Smurf, I've been playing a lot of Hawkeye and Spider-Man. It's going to be worth it. I only want to play Hawkeye for the idea in a situation where no one's killing us supports. The same way I play Moon Knight and go for the backline, I could play Hawkeye and get one-taps, or even better, we can get one-taps on the fucking supports. That's perfect. So I hope you get cracked at that too. That makes my life easier as a Wolverine. Literally, Wolverine Hawkeye will be cracked.
Oh, yeah.
Alright. So those are some good Hawkeye changes. He's going to be scary, especially because his ult's coming up faster. Oh my god, bro.
I know, bro. He's going to be a menace, bro. And that's like, that's a whole lot of difference. That's damn near just 3,000 flat.
Damn, bro, that's gonna be pretty fucking annoying. Like I know I've played games before where Hawkeyes get their ult quick, and now that you just said, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and minus 600 experience that they need for their ult. Oh.
And then on top of that, he can move faster, and then also on top of that, he draws the bow faster.
Bow faster, move faster, and then his environment arrow just does more damage.
Only by 5, but I mean,
it'll probably make the difference for getting it picked.
Low key.
All right, next is Hela, which is the third sniper of this game, unironically. The Goddess of Death will see a reduction in mobility while slightly enhancing her offensive power. Increase the cooldown time for her Astral Flock from 12 seconds to 15. So her Astral Flock, I'm pretty sure, is her only sense of mobility. It's the bird. Yep. Astral Flock. So that's going to be a heavy cooldown on her now. She's going to have to be smart with it. Cool. Way more punishing. Great. Love to see that. especially as a Wolverine. Fuck Hela. Increase the spell field damage of her piercing knife from 30 to 35. So I'm assuming they're talking about the secondary fire. Yep. So it's going to do 5 extra damage. That's going to be meaningful. That's going to be a lot of extra damage. Because the times I've played Hela just to pick her up, I do feel like the LT sometimes can do a little more damage. And you just gave me 5 on every single one. I think you shoot 4 out. Let me see here. Yeah, you shoot 4. So that's 20 extra damage in total. Yeah, that's going to make a difference. Last but not least, decrease the cooldown time for Soul Drainer from 12 seconds to 10 seconds. What's Soul Drainer? Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. They made it to where her mobility takes longer to come up by 3 seconds. And the trade-off is her stun comes back up 2 seconds faster, while also getting extra damage in her secondary fire. Alright, interesting changes. They're not doing anything to her fall-off damage. I wonder how the community is going to feel about that. I guess she's in an okay spot right now. She's in a good spot, you know. Not every Hela could just pick her up and just get two-shot, headshot everybody. So, whatever. We'll see how she plays when I get on PC. Next, we got Human Torch. Damn, this is a longer patch notes page than I thought it was going to be. Johnny's attack feedback and survivability are being improved to enhance his impact across various combat scenarios. Okay, good to see more buffs. Reduce the attack interval for fire cluster from 0.6 seconds to 0.5. The launch time of the primary attack projectiles have been advanced. The launch timing. Huh. Oh, okay. So how fast he shoots his primary out his hand when you press the button. The response time. The whole animation of him shooting out his primary fire has been advanced. It seems they increased it. Okay, I think that's what I'm getting from it. We'll test it out when it gets live. Interesting. Increases the cooldown for Flaming Meteor from 12 seconds to 15 seconds, but added a new effect. After releasing Flaming Meteor, immediately gains 75 bonus health, which will start to fall off 3 seconds later. Wait a minute. Which one is Flaming Meteor? Okay, Flaming Meteor is his slam. Okay, they're giving us what we've been saying. Cool. If you dive with his Flaming Meteor, it's 3 seconds longer on cooldown. But now you have a new effect. You immediately gain 75 bonus health. Perfect, that's what people have been saying we should get. Which will start to fall off 3 seconds later at the rate of 30 per second. Great changes. I'm definitely going to be playing more Human Torch. I was already starting to get a little good with him. I was getting in rhythm. But I felt like it just wasn't enough yet. I still don't even like his ultimate like that. No lie. I'm convinced, like absolutely convinced, his ultimate is just purely only good with Storm. That's it. Like, to be honest. Other than that, it's a very niche situations. Like any enclosed areas, domination, it could work. Any what do you call those fucking any choke points on a convoy map, it could work. Other than that, though, it's very underwhelming in my opinion without Storm's ult. So these are some good changes, way to improve his gameplay. His 1v1 matchups, that's what he needs. What you mean, find God? Alrighty. What I do? Why you said find God? What the fuck I do? Alright, next we got Iron Man. Oh man, so I like the order they're doing it. They first went over the 3 essentially snipers of the game. Black Widow, Hawkeye, Hela. Now we're going over the flying characters. First it was Human Torch, next is Iron Man. So for Iron Man, Tony Stark is seeing improvements to his mid-range combat effectiveness. I like these changes because I'm ready to play a little bit of more Tony Stark as well. I've gone against a good Iron Man who finally showed me the way. Where honestly, there's no real reason you need to go in the air like that. It's more of a privilege, not a necessity. And you can easily play on the ground where your healers can still heal you and keep you up just like any other duelist. You can just beam. Beam the fuck out. Like, bro, I saw the way. I went against a good Iron Man who showed me the way, bro. So, let's go ahead. Let's see. Slightly reduce Iron Man's hitbox size. What? That's a good change. But what? It's a good change. But what? That means it's going to make it harder to grab him as a Wolverine, bro. Fuck. It's an alphabetical order. Yeah, it is an alphabetical order, but still, what a coincidence that it's also going in order of how the heroes play. The first three are like sniper-like heroes. The next two are flying-type heroes. Anyways, to finish it, new feature. He gains 100 bonus health after activating his armor overdrive, which is his ability to give him enhanced primary fire, enhanced unibeam, blah, blah, blah. By now, everyone should be more familiar with this mode and ability. When the game first came out, everybody was confused about the... Oh, wait, no, hypervelocity is... I mean, armor overdrive. Sorry, I went on the wrong page. But yeah, we all know what armor overdrive is. Same for gamma overdrive. Okay, so both Human Torch and Iron Man were both given bonus health while they're in the air. Makes sense. That's cool. Storm already gets bonus health from her ultimate, so she don't need that. She'll be alright. She gets movement speed and bonus health. She'll be alright. Iron Man and Torch getting their own bonus health. That's perfect changes. I like that. Now they're going to be way more playable. I like that. And we almost just got fucked by a firestorm. Now, oh, I forgot to message him. I almost forgot to message him. I never messaged him. That was my boy Scary Barry in my friend list. I played with him one time as a Hulk, and he was great with my Wolverine. Now, I'd be mad weird to tell him GG now, though, so whatever. Next is Iron Fist. His name is Lin Lee. Will see an increase in his combat effectiveness against vanguards. Great change. Love it. A slight improvement to his mobility, okay, and a slight reduction to his survivability when first entering the battlefield. Okay, when first, I like that they were very specific. So, first change, reduce the bonus max health gain from Harmony Recovery, that's his meditation, from 150 to 100, okay, but slow the fall off rate from 25 to 15 per second. Alright, that's a fair change. I like that. That's a fair change. It's still going to go down fast as fuck, but that's a fair change. It's kind of almost no difference, but in a way there's going to be a difference. You're going to feel it for sure. They lowered the fixed damage of Yat Ji Chung Kung. I'm going to assume that's his primary. From 10 to 9, but increased the percentage damage for enemies' max health from 1.7 to 2.1. Oh yeah, Tanks is going to feel it. Word? Let me see. Oh yeah, you're right. Oh, it's his secondary fire. No, it's not the kick. It's the secondary fire. It's the super punches. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Your Tanks are gonna feel it now. Yeah, they really gonna fit 2.1%. Yeah, they gonna feel this fucking shit. Yeah, they gonna be feeling it now, and you just. That's gonna be fun. Good Iron Man buffs though. Facts. Decrease the cooldown for Kunlun kick from 12 seconds to 10 seconds. Oh yes. Oh yeah, guys. More Iron Fist is coming. Oh yes, bro. That's literally your bread and butter to get picks is the kick. Like literally just sweet chin music. Oh, like they just get cooked every time, bro. Especially if there's two of them next to each other and they're low. Ping, ping. Just, oh my God, it'd be so satisfying. Oh, yeah. Iron Fist is about to be the play. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Let's go. Iron Fist is definitely about to be the play. They buffed the fuck out of Iron Fist and Reed. Yup, because oh my God. What is this fucking... Alright. Mr. Fantastic. Oh, Jesus Christ, this is a lot of changes. We're enhancing Reed's capabilities while making some balance adjustments to his ultimate energy charge rate, adding additional control ability, and optimizing the release experience of his ultimate ability. Alright, that all sounds great, but let's see what you're talking about here. So they're going to increase his base health to 375. He now officially has more health than Wolverine, making him the duelist with the most health in the game. He's officially a tank. That's it. It's over. There's no debate. He's literally officially, there's just no debate now. He's a tank. Boosted damage of Stretch Punch from 60 to 65. What the fuck? You gave him more health and you buffed his fucking primary fire? And from 75 to 80 when he's inflated. Holy shit, bro. I was just playing Mr. Fantastic. And you're giving him these type of buffs? Oh, this is going to be so... Flexible elongation, which is his Mooner move. Let's just put it like that. You know, you want to say? Go ahead, Rook. Say it for the people in the back. You didn't have to be that extra. Anyways, so this ability has a new effect. Enemies within range now suffer a 35% slow effect. Reduce flexible elongation cooldown time from 10 to 8 seconds. Oh man, this nigga's gonna be annoying, bro. He's gonna constantly pump me and then slow me back to back. Definitely gonna have to start playing him. These are some great fucking changes. Yeah, you can have that. Oh yeah. See, whenever you could play him, or we could do the Thor, Mr. Fantastic. Oh yeah, it's gonna be. Oh yeah. Reduced the elasticity. Oh wow. Reduced the elasticity. Whatever. I don't care. I think I got it right. Gain from elastic strength passive ability from 30 to 20. So I think they reduced the shields you get from your passive. Is that what they're saying? Oh, no. Yeah, so they reduced the amount you get from your passive from 30 to 20, while provided by Stretch Punch is increased from 5 to 8. Okay. I see what they're doing here. It's a little confusing when you read it, but I get what they're doing here. All right, cool. So Elastic Strength, which one is that ability? Elastic Strength is your passive. In general, now, whenever you do the elastic moves, which is your LB or your grab, they do 20 instead of 30 for your passive. After that, in trade, your punches, which is your primary fire, gives you 8 instead of 5. Cool. When inflated, the bonus health has been provided to self has been reduced from 450 to 400. Okay, so they made him 25 health tankier and took away 50 health from his inflated state. I guess that's the... Yeah, that's fair, and it's to counteract the idea that people just get out of it immediately anyways for the bonus health. Then we got new feature. When Mr. Fantastic is using his ultimate, he immediately gains bonus health equal to that gain when entering the inflated state. So 400. Perfect. That's perfect. Now you don't need to go into inflated state first. Perfect. They addressed that. Cool. These are some fat buffs. He's gonna be fucking annoying. You can't just spam skills to inflate. Now you gotta attack. Yeah, that's gonna be fucking annoying. And then we can do it. You said what? Another Moon Knight. Oh yo, these are all characters I was just playing. Let's go. Love to see it. What's up? What you doing for my man? We're optimizing Mark's Moonblade projectile bounce feedback. Ooh, they're optimizing it? I like the sound of that. While improving his vulnerability, ultimate ability, and survivability. Okay, they almost fucked me there. That was a mouthful right there. God damn, bro. It's like these tongue twisters. And they're learning English, bro. I wonder how they sound trying to say this shit. Fuck. Anyways, I love Guang Guang. No disrespect. Guang Guang and damn, I'm sorry. I forgot the other developer's name in the dev diary. I'm so sorry. They're goats though. Anyways, increase his crescent dart projectile speed. This is exactly what I asked for. Bro, this is exactly... Bro, I could screenshot, make a video, and show it, bro. My friend Tyrone was talking to me. He mentioned about how Moon Knight does good damage. And I was telling him, yeah, but he's really not that much in a good spot. I told him I think what they need to do is increase his projectile speed. Stop making it to where I have to lead it into niggas. It's annoying. Just let me get an increased projectile speed and be able to actually hit people a lot easier. That's not a fucking Vanguard. And they did it. It's only 30 milliseconds, but I like it. I'm going to feel the difference. I can't wait to play with that. Holy shit. Thank you. I love these devs, bro. It's like, maybe I'm biased because it feels like me and them think alike, at least a lot with these changes. Like a lot of these changes, it's either I agree with them or I thought of them myself. I just didn't have the numbers. Like they could figure it out. And so it's like, I don't know, maybe if I'm biased, but these are great changes. All right. And there's even more. There's more. I see a new effect. Okay. his Moonblade new effect. You gain 25 bonus health with each enemy hit, up to a maximum of 100. Wait. Moonblade, what is this? The boomerang. Oh my god, yes! Oh yes, I love it. So I'm getting bonus health if I hit people with my boomerang. So that, yo, I already know what scenario that's for. That's literally for scenarios where if I go for the flank, boomerang, primary fire, and the supports survive and they suddenly start focusing me. So alright, I got my 100 bonus health. I got more of a chance to get the fuck up out of there. Speed up. Bro, I literally was just saying this. I was like, yo, they purposely made his mobility bad. Like, it's not just bad because it's bad. No, it's bad by design for his mobility to be bad. And they said, all right, we're going to fix it. His Moonlight hook pull-up startup time after hit is from 0.4 seconds to 0.1. Holy shit, 0.1.5 seconds? Bro, I'm going to just be out. The second I throw my grapple hook, I'm just zoom, I'm out of there. That's perfect. That's a good change because you do get caught off. Don't lie. You do get caught off sometimes. You hook, you're trying to hurry up and get out of there, and they kill you before you even go in the air. So that's a great change. Love to see it. Extend the duration of his ultimate by 1 second. So from 3.5 to 4. Yo. They're trying to get me to stop playing Wolverine. And you know how they're doing it? By buffing everybody I play. I hate them. Right. They're buffing everybody I play, and they're making them sound like now. I was just enjoying Moon Knight. Like, damn, why'd I stop playing him? I guess it's because people got used to him. But damn, why'd I stop playing him? And then they're fucking. I wish my camera was on right now. Extend the duration of his ultimate by 1 second, so it's gonna be 1 second longer, and increase the number of talents generated during this period from 14 to 18. Additionally, the fall speed of the talents has been slightly enhanced. A new damage fall off mechanic for the spell field has been added, beginning at 1.5 meters from the center and reaching a maximum reduction of 70% at 5 meters. Okay, that's a fair change. I see what they're doing here. There's going to be way more talents dropping down. They're going to be doing much more damage. So in trade-off, they put a fall off where if it doesn't hit you directly, it's not going to just fucking melt you. That's fair. I'm not mad at that because with the rest of these changes they did, he does sound like I'm about to be cracked with him. Like, it sounds like the flanks are going to be cracked. That's literally what he is, though. Like, if you watch me play Moon Knight, that's literally all I do. You go for the offside flanks. You just sit on the offside and you catch people with the arms. You don't want to be seen because if you're seen, they could predict it. Get out. You gotta just catch them off guard with the arms every time, and they're leaning heavily into that. And to make sure he wasn't cracked, because the way I've been saying how you got it, you see, I got to do Moon Knight next after Wolverine. But the way I've been saying you have to ult with Moon Knight, and most people don't know that. I know they don't because I don't see it often. Is you're supposed to ult, then immediately onk, boomerang. Like, the combo is onk, boomerang, primary fire. So when then you have your ult, you do the same thing. Ult, onk, boomerang, primary fire. That's what you do every single time. And with these changes, they're going to make that's going to be even more cracked. So they had to make sure to nerf it and make... Okay, cool. Fair enough. All right, I'm chatting enough about the characters I love to play. I'm over here fucking salivating. You're going to have to switch. Wolvie got hit. Whoa. Spoiler alert, man. Let me find this out on my own. Scarlet Witch. We're reducing Wanda's survivability, but increasing her threat level against strategists and duelists, while optimizing her ultimate. Oh yeah, so they're buffing the fuck out of Scarlet Witch. They're gonna make her more playable. I'd take a sip of water, chat. I'm trying. They removed the percent damage from her primary fire chaos control, while increasing the fixed damage from 60 to 80. Makes sense. You know, it didn't, like, no one ever thought to play Scarlet Witch as a tank buster. They tried to do that in Season 0. No one ever did it. It doesn't work because they just get healed. That's great. Finally. Increase Syntheon burst projectile damage. I'm pretty sure that's her, her LT. I'm not bugging. So her secondary fire is going to do even... Bro, this shit already does a lot of damage. And they're increasing it by 5 on both ends, the fucking direct hit and the splash damage. So overall, it's gonna do 10 more damage. That's gonna be kind of annoying because it already does a lot of fucking burst. You might start seeing Scarlet Witch get a lot more picks. Good luck, Spider-Man. Everybody's like, nerf Spider-Man. All right, we'll buff Scarlet Witch. Right. That's dead what they just did. We'll just buff Scarlet Witch. The devs know what they're doing. Instead of nerfing characters, just buff other characters. Alright. Increase the cooldown of Mystic Projection. So that's her fucking Moira fade. They increased the cooldown from 8 to 10 seconds. Beautiful. And reduce the phase state time from 2 seconds to 1.5. Alright, I like that. I like that. Yep. You're gonna make her stronger and easier to kill. I like that. Good. Fuck that shit. They reduced the slow effect of Reality Eraser to start at 1.5 seconds instead of starting immediately, with a linear increase to 35% over 3.5 seconds. I'm pretty sure that's her ult they're talking about. Yeah, Reality Erasure. Oh, okay. So basically now you'll be moving at full max speed when you ult, and then you'll start to slow down to a maximum of 35% after you ult. Okay, I mean, I guess it's gonna make it easy. We're just gonna have to see how that looks in game on how fast she's gonna move now. What I see is that she's gonna be a lot harder to hit. Makes sense. But if it's really like, we're just gonna have to see how much of a difference it is in game, because I'm not getting any real numbers here. So, whatever. Next is Star-Lord. Wonder what's going next. Wanda's gonna be annoying as fuck. Facts. Any of the noob traps, the dudes who's trash at aiming and they love to get over aggressive with Wanda because they don't have to aim. Yeah. Remember my top 5 most hated heroes video? Yeah, that's gonna become irrelevant all over again. Boy, is that gonna become relevant. 80 damage per second with her fucking with her primary fire, bro. Most characters have 250 health. 80 damage per second? In 2 seconds, she's doing half your health. Oh my god, bro. The amount of Wandas is going to get over aggressive because they don't gonna have to aim is going to piss me off. They're going to piss me the fuck off. I know they are. Season 0 all over again. And she's getting, yeah, they got the Doctor. Oh yeah, I'm about to hate her all over again. She's getting banned. She's getting banned. Scarlet Witch is getting banned. Remember I said this, chat. Scarlet Witch would be one of the top bans. I promise you. Anyways, Star-Lord. At least on console. Maybe not PC. Console for sure. Anyway, Star-Lord. We're reducing Peter. And bans are starting from gold. Remember that. Bans are starting from gold starting next season. So I promise you Scarlet Witch is going to get banned. Guarantee she's getting banned. Anyways, Star-Lord. We're reducing Peter's damage output and the efficiency of his ultimate ability, charge rate. I like that. Reduce blaster barrage, so his primary fire from 80 to 75. Good change. And then introduce a new damage fall off mechanic starting at 4 meters. Introduce a new damage fall off mechanic starting at 4 meters and maxing out at 80% reduction at 8 meters. Ooh, that's a heavy nerf to Star-Lord. There was no fall off mechanic at all. Now you actually have to think about your positioning. Like, the only positioning you thought about when you Star-Lord ulted was you thought about your positioning on surviving. And that's, yeah, just like surviving and how many you can get, like shit like that. Now you're going to have to position on actually killing anybody, like actually doing damage. That's, okay, interesting Star-Lord change. That's a heavy nerf, no cap. You're not going to see Star-Lord play that like that no more. Just when he got shine, he just got taken out the spotlight. It's a wrap for him. I don't think he deserved that nerf. That's a little crazy. With how many people just got buffed, that's a crazy nerf. The great Star-Lords are going to make it work still. But that's a crazy nerf. Like, he has to worry about support ults. And now he has to worry about his positioning to actually do damage. And he has to worry about still surviving and dodging shit with the Magneto ult. Damn, that's tough. It's the skill, not his guns. 80 DPS plus the burst is gonna suck. It's his skills. Oh wait. Oh, okay, I know what you're saying. The -5 is doing. It's his Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. It's a spin to win mini Reaper Death Blocker. It does 5 less damage. Okay, that sucks because you're definitely gonna feel that. Yeah, you're definitely gonna feel that. That sucks. You're gonna get less kills with that. Yeah, they just. Wow, they heavy nerfed this dude. R.I.P. Star-Lord. You know what they just did? They nerfed the aspects of using his abilities to be good at him and made it to where now any Star-Lords who's good at aiming and hitting his shots are going to be the only relevant Star-Lords. That's exactly what this change does. That's all I see now. If you're good at aiming with Star-Lord, you're good, buddy. You'll figure it out. Good luck with the ult change, though. Good luck with the ult changes. Good luck with that. All right, Winter Soldier. Oh, yeah. He's definitely getting nerfed. Everyone's complaining about him, and he's always banned. Let's go. We're lowering Bucky's threat level against Vanguards and reducing the margin for error in his ultimate ability. Increase the cooldown time for Bionic Hook from 8 seconds to 12! 4-second difference is crazy. I can see a 2-second. They doubled it. Jesus. Okay. I liked it. I could have took a 10. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if in the future they change it to 10 seconds. I see it. I see it now. He's going to get a 10-second change. Anyways, reduce the base damage of his ultimate ability from 100 to 80, but lower the culling threshold from 20% of maximum health to 15. Sheesh. Damn, bro. So now his ultimate's not going to be as easy to pull off. It won't be as easy to pull off, and his hook takes 4 extra seconds. Oh, man, not Wolverine. Oh, boy. Damn. Literally, me and you back-to-back got hit. All right. Oh, my God. Why am I seeing paragraphs? No. Why am I seeing paragraphs? Why am I seeing paragraphs, bro? Alright. Wolverine. We're turning Logan's rage acquisition rate and slightly... We're tuning Logan's rage acquisition rate and slightly lowering his control intensity over enemies. Increase rage gain from my primary fire to 7 to 10. Okay, so I get rage a lot faster. Cool. While rage gain from my Berserk Claw Strike, so when I attack faster, has been decreased from 7 to 5. I don't care. That's a fair... I don't give a fuck about that. Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna... I promise y'all right now, I'm not gonna feel that. Like, that's whatever. Anyways. Wait, Savage Claw. Yeah, that's his prime... Yeah, I'm not gonna feel that. That's whatever. Reduce rage gain from Feral Leap to... I'm gonna feel that. That's where we're gonna feel... Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? Yep. Oh, I'm feeling it. You wanna know what I'm feeling? Oh, brother. So now the rage from my Feral Leap has been reduced from 20 to 10. That's crazy. And then my secondary fire, which is my dash, has been reduced from 20 to 15. Okay. Okay, at least it's 15 and not 10. If it would have been double 10, that's crazy, because that would have went from 40 to 20. Now it's going from 40 to 35. Okay. That's not bad, actually. That's not that bad. 35? In the grand scheme of things, that's not that bad. It's easier to hit your secondary fire than your leap anyways. So that's not that bad. But why do I see however? However, rage gain from taking damage has been increased from 3 to 5. I like you, devs. Nah, matter of fact, I don't like y'all. I don't fucking like y'all at all. I fucking love you, bro. I love you, devs. These some good changes. These some good changes. These some good changes. Hold up. Now, what's this next part? Reduce the time an enemy is knocked down. No. From my ultimate from 1 to 0.75 seconds. So basically now, too, they're going to recover faster from my ult when I slam down. So I'm going to have to think more about it when I slam on... Okay, I know what they're doing. I know what they're doing with that change. And I'm going to have to see how that affects me in game. But what they're doing with that change is basically any ultimate setups I've ever gotten, where let's say I get 3 people, one of them's a support, and I see the second support is in the back, so I slam everybody onto that second support. They're nerfing that situation to where that second support now is probably going to be able to react and heal everyone in time. So I'm going to have to see how that goes in play, end game. That's really the only situation I could see. Like, besides just the general idea that everybody was going to recover faster, which in the grand scheme of things doesn't matter. 0.25, okay, that's going to hurt. Solo-wise, that's going to hurt. As solo damage, that's definitely going to hurt. But in a team play concept, I'll be fine. As long as damage is coming in when I slam them, they're still going to die. Even if they recover much faster. But that's definitely going to hurt solo carry-wise. That's what they just did. They hurt my solo carry potential with my ultimate. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if that change was even necessary. But if it will shut the fucking community, if it will have Flats, the tank main that everybody watches for hero shooters, stop complaining and shitting on Wolverine so much so everyone just bans him, I'll take it. These are good nerfs. They didn't touch my damage. They reworked my passive a little bit on how I gain rage. To me, I don't think I'm going to feel the difference. I think the bad Wolverines, though, I think the below average Wolverines are going to feel the difference. They're definitely going to be affected by this. But anybody who's like an above average or my level Wolverine, anybody with a good amount of hours on him, will be okay. We're going to be fine. But yeah, this hurts. This definitely hurts. Not as bad as I was afraid it was going to, but this definitely hurts. They lowered my solo carry potential with my ult. That's like literally Wolverine's biggest weapon. Like, that's what I do with Wolverine. Like, my whole goal is build ult off tanks, use ult to carry and get the backline, get multi-kills. Like, that's... I look for the setup. The second I see, I be patient with it. The second I see them, like, you know how they are. They're going to be split up, but eventually they're going to get together. Somebody needs to get healed. So they're gonna run back to that support. Eventually, the supports are going to get together because they need to heal each other. And once that moment comes, boom, boom, grab. Oh, boom, all that. So we're going to see how that hurts me. God damn it. And that's the end of the duelist changes there. Wow. All right, I like that. I'm definitely going to be playing more heroes than just Wolverine now. But, all right. Let's not sit on too long for that, even though I'm a Wolverine main. Whatever. We get the idea. Adam Warlock. Moving on to strategists, starting with Adam Warlock. Wonder what they're doing. We're slightly reducing the frequency of Adam's abilities and adjusting the healing provided by his ultimate ability after reviving teammates. So this means they will be increasing the cooldown for Soulbound from 30 seconds to 40 seconds. Jesus Christ. Good. Good. He said they killed him. 10 whole extra seconds? I would have been fine with 35. 40 seconds? Jesus Christ. They basically just said anybody who plays Warlock that's not good at him, stop playing him. That's it. Just stop playing him. just don't waste anybody's time, bro. Just don't play him. Alright. And then his ultimate ability now restores 30% of their maximum health, fixed from 100 health. So I guess we'll see in game what that looks like, how that feels, getting 30% back instead of a flat 100. I'm pretty sure there's going to be the nerds out there who can do the percentage math on, like, if you have 250 and you get back 30% at 0, then this is what it is. I'm a math nerd, but not when it comes to percentages, so sorry about that. We'll just have to see in game how that feels. Interesting change, interesting. I can't tell if that's a nerf or not. Did they say that is? No, they just said they adjusted it. They didn't. So I'm going to assume that's probably a nerf. Until someone figures out the math or we see the in-game play out, that's probably a nerf, I'm going to assume. Damn, Adam Warlock got destroyed. He got half a season of fame and got destroyed, literally. Jesus. Alright, Cloak and Dagger. We're optimizing the logic of this dynamic duo's ultimate ability. Okay. After activating your ult, the duration of the first 3 healing zones will no longer be calculated separately. That's a good change, because I was thinking they need to buff her ult again, because what they did to it was a crazy nerf. So that's a good change. Instead, they'll remain active until the duration of the defining healing zone ends. Thank you. That's a great change. Perfect. So basically all they're saying, if you didn't understand what I just said, is if you Cloak and Dagger ult, none of them disappear until you finish your ultimate. That's literally what it means. Until your ultimate is done, none of them will start to disappear, or like the countdown won't begin. They're going to stay up, and then the countdown for when they disappear will begin. Alright? Alright. Cool. Visible Woman. That's gonna be a good change for me as Wolverine, because that was one of my favorite things is Wolverine with Cloak and Dagger, and they took that change and they took that away from me. Now they bring it back. I like that. That's gonna be good. And you know, for me, I ain't never scared of a nigga named Eric. So let me see Magneto. What's up? That's why you was typing your keyboard. Okay, that makes sense. I assumed in my head that tanks would love that change, but squishies, that's what I was saying is I don't know the math on the 250 health. If you're saying that less than 100 health, okay, so it's kind of a rework. I can't even say that's a nerf. That's a rework. It got completely changed from the idea of everyone having 100 and just being, nah, tanks was going to get, you know, a good amount of health back. Squishies are still going to be squishies. Okay, yeah, so the tanks are gonna love that change, but squishies are gonna be still. You know what that does too? That low key could be a buff to Warlock. In the grand scheme of things, that's a buff to Warlock because instead of having to spread your heals between everyone only having 100, now tanks will have a little more, so you can heal a little more to the squishy. Okay, all right, it's an interesting rework. I like that change. They probably could change it to 40% instead of 30, but I like that change. I'll take it. They're probably afraid of it giving squishies more than. Would it give squishies more than 100 health if it was 40? That's probably what they're afraid of. Wait, no, no. Do them real quick. What if it was 40%? Right? If it was 40%, how would that look for squishies? Yeah, I need you to confirm something for me. Yeah, for a 250 health character, 40%. For Adam Warlock's ult. Alright, while he's doing that chat, Invisible Woman will be fine tuning Susan's protective capabilities to create a more strategic gameplay experience. They decrease her shield from 300 to 250. Okay. Very simple change. I like it. Personally, I get very annoyed at like the minor moments where she suddenly gets a random shield out and it protects somebody from dying. Like it don't be feeling coordinated. Where would it be above 100? Yeah, you see, that's what they're probably afraid of. They're probably gonna see what 30% looks like. I think in the future, 40% should be a consideration, but they're probably afraid of everybody having more than 100 health. And then tanks would probably be massive. They'll have at least half their health back. Never mind. I'm thinking since it was 10% less, that it would basically be half. But yeah, never mind. My math was off. Yeah, so Invisible Woman, they decreased her shield by 50 health. I like that change. It gets very annoying when sometimes it's uncoordinated and it saves somebody. So I like that. Loki. To balance Loki's influence in the matches, we're making a small adjustment to the frequency of one of his key abilities, his healing pad. The cooldown to his healing pad had been increased from 25 seconds to 30. So 5 seconds longer, I mean, type shit. You gonna put Warlock up to 40? Shit, might as well put Loki up to 35. Both their abilities is damn near the same. But all right. Oh yeah, Mantis. Oh man, Mantis. To emphasize strategy over speed, we're modifying Mantis' health and buff mechanics. So now her health has been reduced to 250, so it should be easier to kill. However, the effects of Healing Flowered and Ally Inspiration, so the heals and the damage boost, is up to a maximum of 16 seconds. And it can be stacked. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. You can stack. I gotta scroll back up real quick. So I see why they nerfed Star. Okay. So we're gonna scroll back up, and I understand why these nerfs came in. I see why Star-Lord got nerfed, because if you give Star-Lord 8 seconds of double damage, and he's sitting there with fucking spin to win, and then no damage fall, bro. Imagine Star-Lord ults and then gets boosted for 16 seconds. Yeah, nerf that fucker. Okay, that's a good nerf. I get it now. Let's continue scrolling. You just buffed Hawkeye. That's gonna be scary. Whatever, man. Amplified damage. What do you want me to... Inspiration damage. I don't know how else to say it. What do you want? Amplified damage? Inspired damage? Whatever the fuck, man. I knew what I was talking about. I just don't know how else to describe it. It's the same thing with Mercy. I would call it double damage, but it was only 30%. So, like, I don't know what else you want me to call it. Yeah. So anybody who might be confused, it's not really double damage. I just don't know what else to call it. If someone got a better nickname, let me know. Maybe I'm an uncultured fuck. An old fart. But anyways, back to my point. Okay, with that Mantis change, that shit is insane. I understand why they nerfed Star-Lord. Because Star-Lord, with damage boost that's stacked on him lasting for more than 4 seconds. And he's ulting is going to be sick. They just buffed Moon Knight, so that's going to be amazing. Mantis better boost the fuck out of me when I'm Moon Knight. What else? Mr. Fantastic with that is going to be crazy. Iron Fist with that is going to be crazy. Iron Man with that is going to be crazy. Human Torch just got buffed. Bro, how long does it last right now? I think it's 4 seconds or 3 seconds on somebody. I'm thinking about realistically, you're going to double stack it. Realistically. So if you double stack it on somebody... I don't... Okay, so it's a double stack maximum. So you can only stack it twice at max. That's what it's saying. That means if there's a Black Widow who just got buffed, she's going to get 16 seconds of double damage. Hawkeye, who just got buffed, and his ultimate just got buffed, 16 seconds of double damage. That means Hela. Oh my god, bro. Oh my. Hela, bro. Hela. The bitch that could already 2-tap headshot people. Oh, shit. Oh, shit, bro. I'm glad Star-Lord got nerfed. Yeah, that's going to be crazy too, but I'm worried about that damage boost. That'd be perfect as Wolverine. I would just like, yo, I'm about to dive in. You just throw it on me and you don't even got to worry about me no more. You could just shoot. Bro, that means you have way more time to just shoot now. Like, you just shoot. Yo, Mantis is about to be crazy, especially if you put a cracked Black Widow with her. You put any cracked hit skin characters with her. Oh, man. Next season's going to be fun. I love these devs. I love these devs. All right. I think last but not least, for the balance changes on the heroes, we have Rocket Raccoon, one of the most controversial heroes in this game. Although some creators have turned a new leaf, like Tim the Tap Man. He's made a video saying Rocket's pretty good now. Let's get to the point, though. Rocket's healing abilities will see some adjustments to enhance team survivability while balancing his mobility. Interesting. So, they decreased the healing area of repair mode spears from 70 health to 50 health per second. Sheesh. So they reverted the change, but they even made it worse because it used to be 60. Now it's 50. So they made it even worse. But they added a new effect of a one-time healing effect of 55 on a hit. Okay, I see what they're doing here to nerf him and to make sure that it's not bad. So basically, chat, when you first get hit by the spear, you're going to get an initial burst of 100 health. After that, it's just going to be 50 health if you're near it. Interesting change. Makes it to where nobody's just God mode and Rocket's just sitting there. Pew, 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 pew. Makes sense. Cool change. What else? The projectile speed reduction increased from 4.5 meters to 7 meters per second. That's really good. Oh my god, that's really good. That's a really good rework. So chat, what they did was, like I said, you're going to get the burst of healing. After that, the healing is going down to 50 health per second. And now it's going to move even slower when it's next to you. Before it was only 4.5 meters slow. Now it's going to be moving 7 meters slow, bro. You're going to be... That's valid. That means you can fight in it longer and it's going to keep healing you. Fair change. I like that. Then they extend the cooldown for his jetpack dash from 6 seconds to 10 seconds. Reduce the dash distance from 10 meters to 8 meters. They're going to make him actually killable now. Thank you. Do you know how annoying it is as a Moon Knight when I see Rockets, I onk, boomerang, primary fire combo him, and you know what happens? The second that he gets hit by the onk, he immediately just double dashes out of it. Or dashes once out of it. The regular Rockets, they'll double dash real quick. The good Rockets, they know they could dash once and they'll be fine. So this is going to be very punishing because now it's 10 seconds, motherfucker. It's not 6 seconds no more. That shit ain't going to just be up all the time. 10 seconds. So now we're going to actually be able to punish your ass for bad positioning. You can't just be wherever you want. Silly dilly, just pew, pew. Nah, motherfucker. Now you're going to get punished. Great changes. Good. Good. Oh, man. He said now this means Jeff is better. I mean, maybe. Swallow better than damage boost. We'll see. Let's see. Reduced ultimate ability damage boost from 40% to 25%. Oh, so it was 40%. And they reduced it to 25%. But it has a new effect. During the ability's duration, linked allies will receive an additional 100 bonus health per second, capping at 150. After breaking the link, this bonus health starts to fall off after 1 second at the rate of 75 per second. Additionally, increase the energy cost to 4,000 from 3,700. Wait a minute. Are they trying to turn his ult into a defensive ult? That... What? Why would they do this? It was fine. It was fine the way it was. I guess we're going to see how this works. That kind of sounds annoying. I'm not going to lie. However, as a Wolverine, that sounds juicy. Because that means the game is promoting people to group up more. Even more for Rocket on your team. And if you group up for that bonus health, motherfucker, I'm Wolverine. I do more damage based on more health you have. Go ahead. Go get that bonus health. Wait till y'all group up. Go ahead. Berserker! Oh, okay. Interesting. I don't know how I feel about that yet. That's another change that we're going to just have to see how it plays in game. On reading it, initially, I don't like it. I'm straight up. Reading it, I don't like it. I think it was fine the way it was. At most, if they wanted to nerf it, drop it to 30%. But I don't like this. This is... We'll see. I guess this is to address the solo queue Rockets who, you know, people feel like his ult isn't good because it's not a defensive ult and he's going against a bunch of other defensive ults. And, like, Warlock's excuses is that he's rezzing people, so it works. So, okay, I guess. I don't think he needed this. I don't like it. I guess we'll see how it plays. Maybe I'll end up loving it. Well, that's where it ends for all the balance changes in terms of the heroes. Last but not least, it looks like we have the team-up abilities, though. And these is the juicy details. The team-up abilities is really going to change the meta and really decide what people are going to play now. So, first, we're going to start with, apparently, Arcane Order, which is Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch. This mystical duo is set to enhance their powers. As the team-up anchor, Strange gains a maximum health increase of 100. Fair. Scarlet Witch, however, is going to be the one getting the ability in this duo. She gets a new magical Mystic Burst ability through her team up with Doctor Strange. Okay, so they're very vague about it. They're not even really explaining it. I guess it's more of a show and tell type of thing, you know, show don't tell situation. But everyone, if you've seen it, you pretty much understand it. Now her secondary fire seems to be a rapid fire. Like, instead of just shooting one at people with your projectile, with your secondary fire, Scarlet Witch, you turn on the ability, and now you just got a bunch of them shooting out when you shoot them now, making it a lot easier to hit people. And they just buffed the damage on that, while also increasing her damage on just fucking holding down her primary fire. Oh, Scarlet Witch is definitely getting banned. I don't care what y'all say. It's either Scarlet Witch or Strange again. And I say I'd rather ban Scarlet Witch. Because the annoying-ass primary fire at 80 damage per second, I'm telling y'all, I played Season 0. You should have seen the amount of Scarlet Witches taking advantage that they can get super aggressive because no one knew how to aim yet. They would just get super aggressive and get picks off that. And it seems like the devs is enabling that now. Like, yup, take advantage. That's the whole point now. Kill the Spideys. Punish them. If they not have good accuracy, you just punish them. That's what Scarlet Witch is going to be for. She's going to punish you for not having good accuracy. Straight up. Alright. Next we got, oh yeah, Captain America and Winter Soldier, Stars Align. A classic partnership now with added strength. As the team-up anchor, Captain America gains a bonus health increase of 100 and a 5% damage boost in his damage? What a great way to give him more damage. Everybody keeps saying, yo, give Captain America more damage. More damage this, more damage that. And you know what? They said, fine. We'll give him a team-up with his buddy Bucky. Makes sense. He should have had a team-up from the beginning with his buddy Bucky. But, better late than never. 5% damage boost. I think it should have been 10, but they probably tested that and it was probably crazy. It probably made him cracked. So they were like, yeah, just 5%. Cool. Now, last but not least, Winter Soldier gets a new ability, the Devastating Stellar Impact ability, through his team up with Captain America. As far as I understood from the videos, the way it works is apparently you're going to have the thing jump to your teammates if they're low. They were very specific and said when they were at critical health. So it seems like his new ability would be that he could jump to teammates when they're low. Or if he jumps to Captain America, they do the thingy thing. The thingy thing where Bucky punches the shield and then it just lets off a big ass fucking sonic boom off the shield and it actually does damage to nearby opponents. I can't wait to see how that plays in game. There's probably a good reason why Bucky got nerfed. That's probably going to make him insane. Like, him getting buffed through this team up and him not getting nerfed would have just been absurd. People would have been rioting. So, good changes. This should be exciting to see. We're going to have to just see how it plays in game. Hopefully, it doesn't turn out to be, a Groot, Rocket, and a Jeff situation where it's just not a good team up. Or not really a used one. We'll see, though. Men 2 projection. This will be using the new hero coming in Season 2, Emma Frost, combined with Psylocke, Magneto. By the way, because of this team up, Psylocke will no longer be getting the Limbo team up from Magik. Just to note that. Alrighty. A powerful trio that connects minds and abilities. As a team-up anchor, Emma Frost gains a maximum of 100 health. Cool. Magneto receives a new ability, and Psylocke receives a new ability. You're not telling us what it is. I guess we'll find out in-game. From the videos I saw, it looks like... don't quote me on this, I could be wrong, but it's like that it makes a mimicry of your character, and then like you just shoot double the shots, stuff like that. I don't know how true it is. I gotta watch it again, but that's the understanding I got from it. I could be wrong though. Chat, correct me. Anybody in chat, if you know better than me, correct me if I'm wrong. But that's what I saw. You get like a clone, an ice clone, and they shoot with you. They do everything you do. So that should be interesting. Psylocke having that, and she's a flanker. She can go invisible. That should be interesting. Magneto being able to do that means he's going to be able to do more damage, way more than his sword probably. So that should be interesting. And it'll probably be easier to hit than his sword attack. Because I know some people struggle to hit his sword attacks. Alright, ammo overload. The change is basically Winter Soldier no longer is getting infinite ammo from that. Damn, they're fucking Winter Soldier this patch. Low key, high key. Like... They say, yeah, no more infinite ammo. We're nerfing your ultimate. 4 seconds longer on your hook. But hey, man, you get a new team up with your good old buddy Steve Rogers. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I personally wanted to see that he only got bonus health from his passive if he hit his abilities. But I understand why they're not going to do that. You know why they're not going to do that, chat? They're not going to do that because then they're going to have the problem of hero design, where too many heroes have the same design of if they hit an ability, they get bonus health. Black Panther does that, Magik does that, Bucky does that. And all of theirs work differently. If they all suddenly start working the same, it's not going to work. It's bad hero design. So I get it. I get why they're not going to touch it. These are some overall crazy nerfs to him, though. Only the real, true Bucky lovers are going to only be playing him at this point. Unless that Captain America team-up is cracked. We'll see. We don't know how much damage it does. They're being very vague. But, yeah. R.I.P. Bucky. Good riddance. Good riddance. Alright. Chilling Charisma. That's another one. Good fucking riddance. Namor no longer gets his frozen turret. Good. That's all we need to say. Good. Fuck that guy. Alrighty. Dimensional Shortcut. Like I mentioned earlier, Psylocke lost her ability for access to the Limbo team up. Fuck that. Guess it makes sense. Only Black Panther. Whatever. Gamma Charge. They'll now be adding Namor to the Gamma Charge boost. And I think they're removing Iron Man? Oh, yeah. So, yeah, Strange will be losing his Gamma ability in trade for his Scarlet Witch team up, while Namor will be joining in on the Gamma group. No, we will be getting a Gamma turret. If I had to assume, it's no longer going to slow and just... It's either going to do two things. It's either going to do straight up just more damage, like straight up tankier and more damage, or it's going to do damage over time. It's going to put a dot on you, like some gamma poison on you, and it's going to do damage over time. That's the two things I see. Or even better, even better, even better. Like I said, it's going to put a dot on you. So gamma damage over time, and if Namor hits you with his LT or primary fire, it does like a burst of damage, like a proc of damage, some shit like that. I could easily see it being that's what it is. They make it more rewarding to hit your primary fire, hit your shots, than to just depend on your turrets to do everything for you. I'm calling it now, that's what the change is. It is going to put a dot effect on you, and if he hits you, it's going to be either extra damage or something like that. Calling it now. Remember, I said that. A disconnected family synergy. Wanda no longer is doing the team up ability with Magneto, basically. Yeah. And then we have the Thor, Captain America, and Storm team up. This is basically, I believe, they're removing... Yeah, Thor has been removed from the team up. Captain America has been removed from the team up with Thor. And then Storm lost her team up with Thor. Damn, and there's no trade-offs for that. They just straight up killed the Thunder comp. Or Lightning comp. They just straight up killed it. Captain America no longer gets a buff with Thor. Storm no longer gets a buff with Thor. The team anchor for Thor that he gets is gone. Yeah, they just completely ended it. Wow. That's crazy. Well, RIP that meta, or that comp. It only lasted like 2 seasons. Or a season and a half. And that's it for all the patch notes. Thank you for sticking with me, Rook. Do you have any final thoughts you'd like to put into this whole thing? That is all. Any last words on your good old buddy, old pal, Bucky? Do you think you'll still be playing him? It said 4 seconds to your hook, 20 less damage on your O, on top of the fact that now they have to have 15% health instead of 20. That one is fair. I think they should have kept your damage at 100, but lowered the threshold to 15%. That's what they should have did. But the double nerf on it, that's tough. I wouldn't be surprised if in the future we see it go back to 100 damage. If it's like really bad, he's ass, it's going to go back to 100. And then the hook goes to 10 seconds. I'm jacking it. That's what I see for the future for Bucky. 100 damage back on his base damage, 10-second hook. And then he loses the infinite ammo. Fair changes. I don't think personally, from like looking at it, I don't think the Captain America buff is gonna go crazy. I don't. We gotta see how much damage. Like, yeah, like that means Captain America is gonna have to be in the middle, and then the AOE blast is gonna have to be huge. Like that shit better be fucking huge so people actually get hit, and it has to do at least 100 damage. At least 100 damage. That's the only way I see it being really that good. Yeah, exactly. Like, it sounds like a lot of setup behind it. Exactly. That's a very good point. Thank you, Rook, for that. There's going to be a lot of setup to even get that perfect scenario. So, to me, the only real way to reward that is by giving it a lot of damage and a big AoE. But, you know, I'm not the devs. We'll see what they have in mind. We'll see what they're cooking up. I trust in them. I believe in them. I think they could do no wrong. I've said that since before the game came out, that I trust in this game. I don't know what it was, but I just had a very good feeling about this game. Maybe it's just because it was the perfect game that I've wanted since Overwatch and Team Fortress 2, you know? I've always thought about a Marvel game similar to Team Fortress and Overwatch, so maybe it's coming off a little biased, but so far the devs are proving me wrong. I mean, right? They've done everything right so far, in my opinion. The only thing I regret that they did was they took away the rank reset midway through the season. However, now seasons are only 2 months long, and we're getting a hero every month. So it's like, bro, the devs can do no wrong. You can't convince me otherwise. Nobody can. Only they can. Literally, that's what it's coming down to. I don't give a fuck who you are. Unless it is Guang Guang himself, they can do no wrong. And that's the end of the stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. Y'all have a great night.